Okay. Hi, everyone. Today we are going to see a group of pie charts here in this particular question. We are going to see the topic is the coffee production, coffee consumption, and profit distribution around the world. So this is what we are going to see. So in the first part, we need to see what type of question it is. We have two types of academic task one, that is academic task one with figure comparison and academic task one without figure comparison. So here is an academic task one with figure comparison, and it is a static data because we don't have a time frame, different time frames. We don't have more than one time frame here. So it is a general thing. So it is to be written in simple present tense because it's what's happening around the world. It happened yesterday, it's happening today, and it's happening tomorrow. So we have to write in simple present tense or present simple, and this as this has no time frame here, no specific time frame is there. So we have to say this is a static chart. And so when we are going with a static chart, we don't have any changes there, so we are not going with any change vocabulary there. So next thing that we have to see is how many data, how many types of informations are there. So type of information number one, type of information number one is the production of the coffee. Type of information number two is the consumption of the coffee. And type of information number three is the profit distribution here. So that's the thing here. So we do have the types of data which is described. We just move on with the question again, the pie charts. So there's number one, two, three pie charts show the coffee production, it's here, coffee consumption, it's here, and the profit distribution here. So that's the thing. And let's see in detail what's happening with the coffee production. Coffee production, we do have the production in the most production happens in South Africa, that's around 44 percentage. Next most production happens in Indonesia, that's 22 percentage. Next happens in Japan, state 18 percentage. Next happens in Vietnam, that's 16 percentage. So the producers are almost different from the consumers here. The consumers, most of the consumers are from America. They don't have the production here. The production index is nil here. And from Europe, the continent Europe, 39 percentage of the coffee consumers are from Europe. You can say the majority, it's 80 percentage of the total world consumption is from the America, is from America and Europe. And Japan, 18 percentage of the world's coffee production shareholder. They consumes around 8 percentage of the global share of coffee. So the only producer here is Japan here in this particular pie chart. And here the 12% is the rest of the world. The rest of the world, the whole rest of the world, apart from America, Europe, Japan, the rest of the world consumes only 12% of the coffee. So this is what we have seen. The production share is almost different from the consumption share. So we don't have the countries same as the producing country and the consumer country. So only the exception is Japan here. And now I have to move on to the next index, that is the profit distribution. The profit distribution is the highest for the delivering system, the coffee delivering system, and 24% of the profit goes to the retailers, 10% of the whole profit goes to the exporters, and just 15% is for the producers of the coffee. So only 50% is for the producers, the rest all for the distributing chain. So we have exporters, retailers, and the delivering systems. So we have the distributing systems consuming the most profit share from the coffee. So here we have discussed the particular pie charts, and as we don't have a direct relationship between these two or these two, I need to present it in different paragraphs, in different um, areas. So production is another one point, consumption is another point, and profit distribution is another point. So what should be there in the introduction? The introduction is to be rephrased. This should be rephrased. What is the picture and what is it about? The picture is the production and consumption of coffee along with profit distribution on its sales across the world. So that is the thing. Where is it depicted? It is depicted in the given charts. So it is depicted in the chart number 1, 2, 3. So information on the production and consumption of coffee along with profit distribution on its sales across the world is depicted in the given charts. So the introduction is clear to you. Now I have to give a clear cut overview of this thing. A clear cut overview. Overall, I can say when the highest amount of coffee is produced in South Africa, Americans and Europeans are seen consuming the most produce. I told the thing should be presented in present tense. So is produced. Okay. Now I have to present the matter in simple present tense. So that's why I have presented that in this particular tense, because I don't have a past time frame here. So the matter number one, highest amount of coffee is produced in South Africa. Americans and Europeans are seen consuming the most produce. It is also seen that the producers are getting comparatively less share of profit than the others in the marketing share. So this is the thing. So they are getting comparatively less amount of profit share compared to others. So this is the overview of this particular picture, the complete overview, a clear cut overview. Okay. Now I have to move on to description part. So I have given three headings there. Please note. Now turning to the production in case of the consumption regarding profit distribution. So the phrase turning to the production. This paragraph is about the production process. This paragraph is about the consumption process. This paragraph is about the profit distribution. So I have classified into three headings. I have charted the thing in 3 points, 3 paragraphs, and headings are there in the beginning for the examiner to identify what the thing is inside. So I have said that turning to the production, the major shares, the topic is major shares come, major shares of production come from South Africa and Indonesia. From South Africa and Indonesia, the major share come. So when 2/5 of the global share is from the former, the latter's contribution is just over a fifth. So I have said that 2/5 and a fifth. So let's see in detail what exactly these fractions are denoting. This is the thing. So this is what we have mentioned 2 by 5. And this is what we have mentioned 1 by 5. Why this is 2 by 5? 2 by 5 is 40. 1 by 5 is 20. So I have said it is over 2 by 5. It is over 40 percentage. It's over a fifth. That's it's over 20 percentage. So fractions, if it is 100 percentage, if it is 100 percentage, so my condition, if it is 100 percentage pie chart, it is highly recommended for you, for a writer or a candidate, to compare at least once in fractions. So fractions are very much recommended in the pie charts. So a classical pie chart always requires fractions. Here fractions are there. Now I have to move on. Number 2. The shares of Japan and Vietnam are 18 percentage and 16 percentage respectively. So the shares of Japan and Vietnam are 18 and 16 percentage respectively. So this is what we have seen. Now I've completed this particular chart. I have to move to this chart. So why have I selected this thing instead of this thing? Because the production process happens first. That's why I charted it in the first paragraph. After production, consumption. So that's why I have given consumption as my second paragraph. After consumption only we be having the profit. So that's why we have charted profit distribution at last. So we do have a logic behind the grouping of the paragraphs. It should be reason. We have to have a rationale behind the paragraphing. Production first, consumption next, and then profit distribution. So next, in case of consumption, nearly 80% of the total coffee produced is consumed by Americans and Europeans. I have shown you that 80%, 41 plus 39%. Total global coffee consumption is consumed by these two population. When the former's consumption share is 41, the latter's is recorded just 2% less. So the former's is 41, the latter's minus 2, that's 39%. So comparison is made 41 minus 2. When the Japanese use 8% of the global share of the coffee produced, the rest of the world consumes its 20, it's 12%. So Japanese share is 8%, rest of the world consumes 12% of the total. So the work here is done. Comparison is done here. Now we have to move on to the next area regarding the profit distribution. So the heading, profit distribution. More than half, more than half of the total goes to the delivering industry. So it is more than half, 50 percentage, more than half is delivering industry. That's 51 percentage. I can add that 51 percentage here if I need. I can add 51 percentage here. Okay. So okay, the retailer's share is approximately a quarter, whereas the exporters receive 10 percentage. So the retailer's share is almost nearly a quarter. Exporters receive 10 percentage of the total share. So I have presented 1, 2, and 3 there. So there is a logic behind that. However, the producers get only a mere 15 percentage. So most of these things, 51 plus 24 plus 10, it goes to the distribution chain, and only 15 percentage is what we receive for the producers. So the producers receive only 15 percentage of the profit there. So this is what we we have seen here in this particular pie charts from the beginning till the end. It's very systematic presentation of the introduction. What is the picture? What is it about? So what is the highlight of the pictures? Highlight is the production, consumption, and profit distribution summarized here in the overview. Regarding the production in the first paragraph, regarding the consumption in the second paragraph, regarding the distribution in the third paragraph. I hope everyone have understood what I have said here. Thank you.